unsigned bands, pro wrestlers. You've come to the right place. The Jiggy Jaguar Experience. The Jiggy Jaguar Experience.
Yes, indeed. We are live coast to coast and border to border on 990 WBOB. Of course, you can also find us each and every week on the mix on Tuesdays. We have got a great guest to kick off our Sunday radio broadcast. Fantastic guest. We are going to go to the telephones. Go ahead and give me a brief introduction on yourself, my friend. Tell us a bit about yourself.
Hello, James. This is Doug Figgs. I'm from Lematard, New Mexico, and got a new album out. It came out in August, and it's called Yellow Horse. Mostly Western music, kind of a lot of story, songs, and history, Western history. So yeah.
Fantastic. How do people get in touch with you on social media? How do they find you, my friend?
Well, you can find me on Facebook and look up Doug Figgs Music. And you can also go to my website, which is dougfiggs.com.
Fantastic. Doug Figgs with us today. He joins us here on our big broadcast. A fantastic individual. You have done a little bit of everything: acoustic, Western, soul music. You've done a little bit of it all. Tell me a little bit about how you got started doing the music thing.
I kind of grew up with my dad was a musician, although not a professional musician, but he always played music, and so I grew up with music my whole life. And then kind of life got in the way, and I had to make a living. But last 15 years, I've put a lot more into my music and just really having a ball.
Fantastic. Doug Figgs with us today. He joins us here on our big broadcast. He is embracing authentic Western rhythms with soulful acoustic tracks, and he is an award-winning artist. And his name is Doug Figgs. He's got a brand new album, and he's with us today here on the telephone. So, Doug, this new album, tell us about the writing process and bringing this album to life.
Well, the album's called Yellow Horse, and that's the title track. It's a song called Yellow Horse, and these are songs that I kind of stumble upon them. I like to do a lot of research on history of the West and stuff. And I came up on this story of the Yellow Horse. It's from 1945 Wyoming. So it's a really neat story about a wild horse captured back then. And just these things that I come across. As far as the history of the West and stuff. I also do a lot of co-writing with friends of mine, and I think I did 2 songs with Deanna McCall, who was a very good Western poet, cowboy poet, and I did a song with another poet called Floyd Beard, and I did a song with my buddy Todd Carter, which I've written quite a few songs with him, and yeah, I love to do the co-writing. It's just a lot of fun to kind of get together with people and do that.
That's awesome. It's Doug Figgs. He's with us today here on our big broadcast. Doug joins us here in our program, and you can get more information on Facebook. It is facebook.com/DougFiggsMusic. And he's also available on SoundCloud, Reverb Nation, YouTube as well. So, Doug, what's been the response from your music? What do people like about your music or hate about your music?
Well, I'm sure there's some of them that might hate it, but so far, been doing really well. This album, Yellow Horse, right now is the number 1 album played by Western music DJs in the nation. So very happy for that to happen this year. So yeah, been good.
It is Doug Figs. He's with us today here on our big program, and you can join us each and every week on 990 WBOB and also The Mix on Tuesdays. And Doug's complete interview and music and everything will be available on our website at themic.fun. So, Doug, let's talk about some of your music. You have got some incredible stuff. We're going to play some of it here in a few.
Great.
Tell me about your writing process.
Well, I've listened to, I've talked to a lot of people, a lot of people that write songs and stuff. I really, I don't know if I know enough to know what I'm doing, but I'm really having fun. But what's really helped me a lot is to co-write with other people. We will, like I say, most of my songs, the inspiration comes from my lifestyle. I run some cattle, we run some horses, and a farm too. So we do a lot of, it's the Western rural lifestyle, and that's where most of my inspiration comes from the West, and also from the history of the West. I really love that kind of stuff.
That's awesome. Now, you have got a great track here, 10 Below Zero. Tell me a little bit about this track, then we're going to play it here on our big program.
All right, great. Well, 10 Below Zero came from, we go to a lot of, they're called cowboy gatherings, and they'll usually have 40 or 50 musicians and poets come to a certain town, and we get together and we have fun playing our music, and hopefully people come to listen to us. At this one particular gathering, it was in Durango, Colorado, and they usually have a poster with a painting on it to advertise their gathering, and what they'll do is let us see that painting, and we will write a song or a poem about that painting. And this painting was called 10 Below Zero. This is the song that I wrote for that poster painting. And it's really fun to write from pictures. You always say a picture's worth 1,000 words. That's what we did. So
fantastic. Well, we're going to do this. We're going to place.
I kind of wrote a love song.
We're going to place you on a brief hold here. We are going to play 10 Below Zero, and we'll come back and have more with Doug Figs. His latest album is Yellow Horse. It is 10 Below Zero, and it's here on our big program.
The morning air's so still, I can hear my own heartbeat, and that sound the dry snow makes beneath my pony's feet. It's so cold, I can hardly breathe. My pony feels it too. Wish I was back in Carolina, in them hills with you. Dreams about the West and a rambling soul. I left the ones I loved, went searching for my pot of gold. Now I'm out here in this winter camp, working for a cowboy's wage, and that pot of gold is lost somewhere out there in the sage. Stay out here, it's 10 below zero. Wishing I was in your arms today. hand till I left you behind. Now I'm out here cold and lonesome, Carolina's on my mind. All those dreams I had seem far away as I gaze into the blue. Out here it's 10 below zero. Wish I was home with you. Make me stay. Out here it's 10 below zero. Wishing I was in your arms today. You're the only one that ever almost changed my mind. Out here it's 10 below zero. Wish I could see you one more time.
That is Doug Figg's 10 Below Zero, and it's here on your Sunday radio broadcast. We go back live to Doug Figg's. He's going to join us here on the telephone. So, Doug, this song, incredibly well written. You have got a brand new album out there, Yellow Horse. This album is doing quite well. Tell me a little bit about some of your goals for this album.
It's hard to know the goals. I just want people to be able to hear my music, and because I think I have something to say. I really love the West, and I love the stories of the West. I love the Western life that I am privileged to live, and I want other people to be able to see that.
That's great. It is Doug Figg's. He's with us today here on our big program. So you have won some awards fairly recently. I understand that you were the IWMA Songwriter of the Year. Tell us about this.
Oh, that was such a thrill. The IWMA is the International Western Music Association, and there are some amazingly talented songwriters, musicians, poets, and just absolutely a thrill to be recognized that way by people that I really look up to.
It is Doug Figg's. He's with us today here on our broadcast. He is from Limitar, New Mexico. Tell me a little bit about how your music goes over out there in New Mexico.
Well, it's going pretty well. Limitar is nothing but a post office. We're pretty rural.
That's awesome.
We actually have post office box number 3. So yeah, and it's just. But we go all around the state and just have a lot of fun, and it's being very well received. It's harder anymore. These last 2 years have been really they kind of just shut everything down, but things are starting to pick up again, and the music is going great, and I'm just thrilled.
Good stuff. We have got Doug Figg's with us today. He joins us live. So we're going to play another track here from you. Tell me about the Old New Mexico Moon. We're going to play this here in a few moments.
All right. Old New Mexico Moon, a friend of mine named Mary Ryland, we were actually at a house concert listening to another Western music group, and we after the house concert was over, we were heading out to our cars, and it was just beautiful outside. And, the moon was just big, full, beautiful moon. And Mary said to me, "You need to write a song about that, about that moon." And that it just all came from there, and just that kind of a romantic type love song that I just it just kind of, it really came pretty easy.
Amazing. Well, we are going to play this track, and then we're going to come back and wrap things up here with Doug Figs. We're going to place him on a brief hold, and we're going to play Old New Mexico Moon.
I'm out riding the Nighthawk and thinking of you. It's been so long since I left. I promised I'd come back to take you away, but my ship, it ain't here yet. La luna está levantando, and it shines like a big silver spoon. Y esta noche estoy pensando en ti, neath that old New Mexico moon. That old New Mexico moon is shining on me tonight. That very same moon looks down on you too. Does it shine for you as bright? La gran luna brilla sobre nosotros. We'll be together soon. Esta luna nos verá siempre unidos. That old New Mexico. I've been riding the river for 7 years now, in a land that I've grown to love. The mesquite and chimneys, the cottonwood trees, the lonesome morning dove. But I've saved every dime, and I promise you now that I'll be coming back soon to take you away. Then we'll live forever beneath that old New Mexico moon. That old New Mexico moon is shining on me tonight. That very same moon looks down on you too. Does it shine for you as bright? La gran luna brilla sobre nosotros. We'll be together soon. Esta luna nos verá siempre unidos. That old New Mexico moon. This moon will see us always together. That old New Mexico.
That is Old New Mexico Moon, and it is Doug Figs. He's with us today here on our big program. So as we wrap up here with Doug, what do you have coming up now that this album is getting ready to be released?
Well, the album is released, and it's out and ready for purchase. You can find this album, Yellow Horse, on Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, Amazon, Pandora, Deezer. You can buy it from DougFigs.com. You can listen to it. You can listen to the whole album on. Actually, it's Doug Figs herenow.com, and you can listen to the whole album, and it also has links to all the places that you can buy it. So I would I'd love for you to listen to it and see what you think.
Good stuff. Well, Doug, thanks for doing this, my friend. I look forward to chatting with you soon. Good luck with the album, and we'll talk to you soon. Thank you, Doug.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Appreciate it, brother. There he goes. That is Doug